Just sublime.
Just sublime indeed. Welcome back. Look, there I am. Look how handsome I am. We're the prince, as what people think at least. It's time for final battle? Almost certainly not.
What now?
Because there's so much more to do. I cannot imagine it's even possible. But the game is saying it is.
What to do?
Just running through the city.
Well, stranger things have happened.
See, I'm nice. I'm real nice. Hi, Dak.
Hello.
Honestly, this entire thing, I used it once when it was like ×8, but I feel like mag is. Well, I say that, but to be honest, like I have a lot of mag just sitting around that I haven't spent. But I found out one thing recently, that the higher archetype mastery you have, like you will eventually get items for a certain percentage from more. So if I really want to, like, I should start to just like spam learning things, you know. But again, another mark to the idea that like unless the game is intended to do all that stuff in New Game Plus, it's not gonna be over today. So
if you say you'll help.
Who'll take the crown now? Oh, this heat is
Hey,
stifling.
mister!
yeah, I'll try. Hi, mister.
Leave it out, mate. I'm chuffed. Hello there.
Hey,
It's just me and him.
isn't that? Let's see.
Give us a little mag.
Yep.
Sudden sneeze attack. No big deal.
Gone clammy all over.
Right.
this
Ready?
humidity I have.
Let's go. I mean, I honestly, let's go. Let's just go. See what happens. Hello, Dreamer.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, crier! Fight the power! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The day of judgment is here.
Fight the power, he said.
The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win. Give Luis the boot.
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Bam, bam, the Luis theme. Bam.
Luis.
Still wins in fashion, that guy.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared.
He did
and
kill the
now
king, though.
Here he stands.
He did kill the king.
To the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate. He who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress tuner among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler.
Yo, bro, the
His
king's right up there.
incompetence
Don't be mean.
bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Bloodline, intellect, power. Intellect, I guess. A bit power. No, not necessarily. Because ultimately, I think a leader will always, on its own, be less powerful than the people underneath them, so they don't need him to be powerful. A bloodline, unimportant. So it has to be intellect.
The intellect to resolve everything.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louise, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the
God.
duel?
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human.
Oh, human.
Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality
got a very cool
means
sword.
you'll sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Got a very cool sword.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come. We're finishing this, here and now.
All right.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Oh, he's level
This is
60.
just what I need.
Fuck it, let's start with wind for funsies. He's very
There is
tanky.
no
I can do
escape
this.
from me.
It is your turn!
The freedom.
Soul Hacker! Wind!
We settle this
For all
here.
that we strive for! I stand waiting.
I will annihilate you!
Facial slice. So far not that strong, but having Hulkenberg is pretty big. I think I want to bring in Stroll, etc. So let's do that. Let's, instead of the summoner, bring in Stroll.
About time. You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
The freedom.
Let's work together.
Go!
No holding back!
So Blade Rider. Let's see
Is
that.
everyone all right? Oh,
I think we stick with the proclamation. That worked well last time. Though I do want to make sure we get heals as well.
Can you endure it?
Treasure Sword unlock affinity.
I strike
Wind.
to kill.
Yeah.
Nice one, Captain.
Ah, there was weak on one, but one of them had missed, so it's okay. All right. I think we swap out Juna now.
The
For
rest is
Basilia.
yours.
Got this.
So he is wind now. I wonder if that means he is now
No.
strong to wind? I think not. I think it's just his attack,
shall
but I don't
vanquish
know,
evil.
I guess. Just in case,
I
let's try
call
this.
the lightning.
Nah, I don't
There is
think he
no
has any
escape
elemental
from
weaknesses.
Hey, lend me your strength.
Strike true! Let justice prevail!
I think I'm gonna heal
I
now.
will not let you die.
Which means he might now go on other players, but... So I don't do that. I'm not
I
doing the
will
taunt.
annihilate you. Can you endure it?
Still wind.
Is that all?
Come, accept my challenge.
Oh, that's not good.
I strike to kill. Hit hard.
Stroll, they've sapped your defenses.
I wish it wasn't all damage, like a slam strike.
Follow my lead.
Oh, extreme physical slash. But this causes weakness to strike, which could be good.
Go!
Ah!
Basilia left him wide open.
Now,
Let's hit
what's the
that
play?
weakness.
If I want to heal, I need to make sure I have a turn icon left over.
Samurai. No. Ah!
He's low on defense.
What a mess.
Give me your aid.
If I do
Not
this,
the
I won't
right
have time
move.
to
I shall
heal.
vanquish evil.
I think Meadowline is so good. Let's get hit evasion up, I guess. So I have a feeling he's going to try to attack me.
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Alright, now I need to defend. Or rather, skip.
I'm counting on you.
So that I can
We
Meadowline.
settle this here.
Are you all right?
helped us out. I owe you. I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims.
Uh-oh.
Then I need not hold
No,
back
please hold back,
either.
actually. It would be nice if you hold back. Oh, that's a lot of turn icons.
Can you endure it?
He keeps going Gale.
Only a flesh wound.
Come, accept my challenge.
is this?
I strike to kill. Not good. What can I
Stroll's
do?
badly wounded.
Okay.
This is it.
Holy Christ, that was from full health. That was from full health. He just decided to do all that. Okay.
This should work.
I'll pay you back double.
Stroll
There
got
is no
knocked out.
escape from
Can
me.
anyone get him back on his feet?
I live to see another day.
I will annihilate you. Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
Damn it.
I strike
Okay.
to kill.
Okay, I survived this one.
Basilia's been hit with some kind of status ailment. No.
You
a
better be
bunch
ready.
Of them.
Hold about bloody time.
Strike true!
Get wrecked.
Right in their weak spot.
I really didn't do anywhere near.
Settle this here.
Honestly, the best damage is the Soulblade Rider. But it was weak to it, so that
I
was
call
good.
upon royal power within. Let's get on with it. Something else.
Let's use an item.
This calls for one of these.
That helped.
I'm obliged.
I owe you one. Let's stay calm. Soul Hacker! We'll do this together!
Is he still weak to strike? That's interesting. That's probably worth doing then.
Let's reckon!
Well done.
Oh yeah, that was definitely worth it.
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power. One untainted by petty tactics or
Oh no,
cheap
yeah,
tricks.
the
However,
strike one cost another weakness to strike. That's why. Okay.
Magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
I love it. I love it.
Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Utopia. He's been reading the book.
Utopia?
Anime time.
What's happening?
What is him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
What the fuck?
It's human. This can't be.
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their
Well,
true
I'm
colors.
like a mega fucking human.
He is no
What
royalty,
the fuck?
no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne.
It's not true. It has to be one of the Count's illusions.
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster!
It'll kill us all. Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet... the order of...
Are they all
Magna, it's-
small? And I'm just a
It's
big,
exactly like
big,
a
big lad?
human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this!
Kalika. What the fuck? Out of all people, what the fuck? Where is this game going? This game is crazy. Just when you think this game is going somewhere, it goes completely different. This is insane. There's so many twists and turns in this game. Awesome.
Afraid.
Oh yeah, the voice.
Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate. In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man.
Yeah, to be honest, like, I think from the point of view, like, Lewis did something to me and turned me into that, right? Like, he claims that's my true look or whatever. But even if that's true, I could easily say, this is Luis's wicked power. He turned me into that. That's not what I look like. Like, if it becomes a matter of public image. I feel like I could just say, that was Luis, he did that to me. That's not me, you know?
The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
The populace is dumb, yeah.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
There's something there, like...
Wake up!
Like, exactly what it is. You know, like, literally I've been suspecting this from minute one. That I'm not just... Oh, I'm just some boy who happens to be a friend of the prince. Like, there's something more there. There's absolutely something more. Like, I'm not going to claim I know the details of exactly what I am. But there's something. There's something. Like, I'm his... mirror, I'm his origin, I'm his brother, I'm his guardian spirit. There's something there. There's something. Absolutely something.
Are you well?
I had a strange dream.
Phew. You seem coherent, at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks
Well,
dire.
there's idiots.
How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something.
Absolute idiots.
Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too. I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
It is kind of mad. I did. Boo! Boo! It's mad that, like, everyone just trusts
Count
Luis.
Luis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
I'm not a human. Luis the Suspelled makes me look weird, and you're all, oh, for sure, come on
Count
now.
Luis is our
Come
true
on.
savior.
You're now being very foolish. Very foolish.
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
Yeah, also,
No.
there's only 2
They'll be
competitors.
Won't they?
How can I be
That boy is no
513?
monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
And then
I'll
he's there
remember
as well.
that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
Oh, God. No, God, God. My popularity.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
Yeah, how many people joined when I was out? Exactly.
The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now.
I guess the idea is like popularity, period. You know? Like, it used to be we were the 2 most popular people in the land. So even now that there's no... Because there's no official tournament or whatever. It's just the king tracking who's the most popular. And then he basically goes, okay, well, those 2 are the most popular, and now I'm nowhere near as popular anymore. There's a lot more people that are more popular than me, I guess. Though, it's basically just Luis, because I feel like we kicked everyone else's ass, so...
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Well, no, that's sort of part of the case, right, Fictitious Dreamer? That the popularity contest was... the king's. Because the king came in the very beginning when we tried to kill Luis, very early on. The king appeared, cast the magic, and said, like, at the end of it all, the one who has the will of the people shall rule, you know? And then Forden and everyone started sort of taking control of that and saying, yes, so we're calling this tournament, we're all doing missions and so on. Well, really, the king didn't give a shit about that. For the king, it was very simple. Once we reached the deadline, whoever was the strongest was the ruler of the people. So Forden and all the tournament stuff was like piggybacked on and like co-opted by the church. Which is, for a while, Luis wasn't even officially in the tournament, despite being the most popular. Then he did join towards the end, and then all this crazy stuff happened. But yeah, so I think right now it's just a popularity thing. But there's no official tournament, because for everyone else, it's over. Luis is now the one. I don't think anyone else is close to him. So, but yeah.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's
This
even
much at
got
the
me
beginning?
worried.
Yeah.
I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
I don't blame you. It certainly caught me by surprise.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight Mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
He's the only one who can see that dream go. No, I am! Stop bigging up the prince! Fucking prince! I don't give a shit about the prince!
What now?
Me! I don't give a shit about me! Do we have enemies here?
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Ah, when we met!
Are you alright?
The royal flower? A surprise to see
We're about to
them
finally
here.
get backstory
Something
of Will
about this place.
and Gallica.
Yes.
How we actually
flow
met
of
and
Magla
how
is
thing and
strong
the
here.
details with the
It
prince.
is
I hope
much
so.
like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Yeah, we're about to find out that I secretly am the prince. Or something.
So here you are.
Zorba is here. About to kill him.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm also curious what this is.
Why?
Because it's...
Why?
I gotta find out. Gallica and me, we know each other from a long time, and then I'm actually the prince, and she's actually my fairy, and I don't know. Maybe I'm like a summoned archetype from the prince. I don't even know.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
Meanwhile, Will is like shaking his head.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I don't like this.
I'm pretty sure like everyone's gonna be dead or something. Any items? Items. Fairies.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
Zorba.
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as Cinderella said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood
Didn't Russell know
to
me?
see His Highness restored. Strange. There's something in you reminds me of His Highness.
There's something weird. Something going on.
Well, I will go before you to the prayer room.
I will say, like,
once you are ready, you
the
are
sense
free
that
to join
something's
me.
going on has been happening the entire game, but I still don't know exactly. Like, I don't know exactly. I feel like I am the prince somehow, but how exactly I don't know.
Stay here.
No. I must bear witness myself. As
Real big bad how dare you? Russell's
as
a
his
nice
knight,
lad.
I must.
Are you now claiming that he's a rat? Brian was claiming that the UG for bunnies. They have awfully long ears. That's what he wants.
I'm a little worried.
It's nearly time.
Oh boy. Heidelin talking to me. Time for you to find out the truth.
I waited.
Okay now.
Hey, you.
Beg pardon?
Yes, I am Elda, but I'm actually the prince
Sorry.
or something. I'm somehow the prince.
You must hurry.
I'm hurrying. I'm just stopping
come.
to talk to people.
What?
All was for this day.
Okay, Heidelin.
There is still time.
Okay, you tell me what's going on. It's about to be big plot revelations. Big plot. Like everyone is dead except Russell and me and Gallica and Juna, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, it's you!
Altar of Secret History.
Now what am I to...
Ooh. That's nice. Bit expensive, but that's nice. But we are pretty rich. That's too expensive. Oh, we have actual upgrades as well. Expensive, mind you, but... feel like I gotta buy these. I wonder if I can afford to wait until Idle's Day. I'm gonna risk that we can. Why are they all called Comet? Does that mean anything?
Come off it.
Alright, let's find out.
This way.
No. Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh?
It's an imposing elderly woman.
Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruide. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village.
Chiefess?
The Hermitess Gruide.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone.
I can't believe he's
I'm
gone.
just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation.
Thank you for the ragu
Should the
squid.
prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our Elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. It cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs.
Yeah, the king's not getting a good rep in this.
And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be.
Here we go. Here we go.
And yet...
Is something amiss, milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to
Revelations!
thee. Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course. Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
Quick little recap of what's going on.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst
okay,
declare
current theory.
thyself the prince.
Current theory, when the curse took the prince, I was created to sort of act as part of the prince, or like as the prince, or something. Like I am the prince's soul, or something like that. That's my current theory. Like I am him. And now that we are brought together again, we will join, and I will be the proper prince again, or something. Because Will's story is so very vague, right? And then they don't seem to recognize me. So I feel like I'm like the prince's... he's imagined me or created me, like from his book. Maybe I'm Rithian, as in like the character in Moore's book. And the prince has imagined me like that? Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. That's my theory right now.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince,
He is no longer with us.
thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Bit rude.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
So thy
His
resolve
will!
is yet unbroken.
His will!
Thou hast earned the truth.
I'm called Will! I'm his will! His will lives on... Okay, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have to name myself Will. I could have named myself Bliboo or whatever. But I did name myself as Will.
He was consumed by the curse.
His soul remained alive? Me! I'm the
deep,
soul!
abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form,
Yeah.
I
was
that
the
he
soul.
might travel the land in
and
thus
a couple of dialogue boxes before my theory finally got there. So if anyone asks, I knew it all along. No, but like I said, I had the suspicion from the beginning of the game, but it didn't quite go down until it hit this far, basically. But yeah. Well, the thing is, Will is the canon name. Will is not the canon name in other languages. I think it literally is just luck. Like in other languages, it's a bunch of different things. You can tell if you go into the language settings and change the language, you can see that his name changes. So, yeah.
Thy journey has taken
And
thee
to clarify,
and
the words,
so now I
like
ask
it's Eric or Andreas or whatever, like they don't mean will. I am no one. I am just a traveler. I am the prince's friend. I am the prince, I guess I would say.
I'm nobody.
Indeed, thou art nobody, and thou hast nothing, to name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where
I just
and
like
how
that
thy
we
youngest
did go with
years
Will
were spent?
because it fits.
Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
Because I'm the prince's soul.
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Do you mean...
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
So I could choose to be free?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am the prince.
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Yeah.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
Yeah, he's imagining me.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy.
His living
That
fantasy.
is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
As I once was. Are you Her Majesty? Are you the princess mom? Hi, Gallica. Oh yeah, I was the princess friend. Let's go do things together.
Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Oh! Yay! It's me! Yes! I am the prince. Hi guys.
What?
It's me. I'm the prince.
What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
So much
This
like
voice.
with
sure I've
Heidelin,
heard
voice
it
is my
before.
mom.
Thy
Voice is
mind
always my
should
mom.
now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital.
Man,
would
this
not be
mysterious
made
voice has been
alone,
puppet mastering
but
things a long
alongside
time.
him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No. But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom.
I've been dreading this reveal since the beginning of the game, right? Because in a pure meta story way, like if it was like, think about it in terms of like, here's the story I'm presenting to someone. If the story was, you just happen to be the prince's best friend, and you win, and then you just say, okay, now the prince rules. That would be thoroughly and completely unsatisfying. That wouldn't be a good story. And I think the people who make this game are good enough writers that they would never have that happen. So, in my mind, from the very beginning, I've always looked for, okay, where's the twist? How is it actually going to happen? Which part is going to be the twist? And then I always worry, because when you can sense there's a twist coming, you always hope the twist doesn't disappoint you. Because if you fuck up a twist in the story, that ruins the entire thing. It just goes, oh, okay, you know, like, oh, it was all a dream, or like, oh, that didn't matter, or secretly that person was evil all along, or it's garbage, right? So I've been worrying about this twist since the very beginning of the game. What would actually come? What would it mean? And I think if you check back in many episodes, I've always saying like, I am the prince. Surely I am the prince. I'm the prince somehow. Maybe he's the prince and I'm the actual prince or something. Because it felt like I should be something. I didn't get there until only a couple of dialogues before it was more or less revealed. Well, I mean, more or less. Like, the actual cutscene came later. But yeah, the idea that I am basically part of the prince, created as the prince's fantasy and ideal and so on. That is a good way of doing it. That is a good way of doing it. Basically, I have been fighting for myself, and that's part of me. So me trying to save the prince and winning for the prince is, in a way, for myself. And now being able to rejoin, that's good. That's really good.
It is only by thy
I like it.
That my voice
I think the twist
him.
worked. I'm
He
very
has
happy.
now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you?
Do I now have all of the prince's memories?
I mean,
I guess I would, right?
How do you feel?
I feel lighter. Okay, I feel fine is a fine answer. I feel lighter seems like a more interesting answer.
I feel a bit lighter.
There seems to be
different
no doubt.
accent!
He's
got
himself.
British accent now. Oh, I feel a bit
I
lighter.
also sense His Highness within
Oh,
him.
cool!
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is,
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was
Princess
the
Will!
prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given
I
flesh.
need to hear myself talk more. I have an accent now.
Knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your
Yay!
reunion with your sworn liege.
Hello, Lady Hulkenberg.
Seems like
Hugs!
cause for
Hugs!
rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
That's one thing I really wish they did more in games. Like, hugs and stuff. Physical contact. Like, this should be a moment for hugs and, you know, and stuff. But they just always stand there, so, like, stiff sometimes. I don't know, maybe the game's about to prove me wrong, but yeah.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
Better get the hug.
Sundry believed the lad had shuffled off. You alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
Let me give him a hug.
Please.
No, lift her up
Please,
and hug her.
forgive me, Your
For
Highness.
God's sakes.
I failed you when you needed me most.
Let me hug. Let me hug. God damn it, game. Let me hug her. She needs a hug so bad. Look at her. Hug.
And more. Despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize your highness at our meeting and showed you such
How would you have
insolence.
recognized me? I look different. I pronounce your sentence. I want to know what the ... is. Your sentence is to be my friend. Yay. Yeah, forget the pet button. I need a hug button. Exactly.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
Yes,
Right,
new
man.
accent.
If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life.
I love the
swear to it.
The idea of like the voice actor doing his American voice the entire time. And they're like, okay, from now on you have a different accent. It's like, okay.
Finally, we've done Grius proud.
He's British, yeah.
We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Captain. Same as always.
No, your highness. With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we barely call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging his highness for forgiveness on bended knee.
Chill,
You mangled the
Hulkenberg,
royal
chill.
runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, your highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Ha 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 ha, group laugh. Ha 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 ha.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
Okay. When is Zorba coming to attack us, though? Because he stood there and saw us. He's been following us. Is he like... What's his plan? And how much of this does Luis know? How much of this has Luis figured out? That's the thing. When is this happening? Did he wait for us to go in there so he could go in and kill Garide or something? Or to go in and, you know, I don't know. Did Luis suspect? Did Luis know? He seemed to at least act like he just thought, oh, you're human. But I think maybe he did that, but it's because I was a creature of Magla. That's what he could turn me into, you know? He's very strong in magic, so because at the time I was a creature spawned from Magla, basically a will rather than a person, he could twist me into looking something like that, which wouldn't have been done on a normal person. And then he pretends that that's what all Elda is, but really he could do that on me because that's my thing. And so now Zorba's gonna come and kill the rest of us and we have to fight Zorba.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream.
I don't think it's necessary that I figure out everything before it happens. It's fine to...
Reunited. Prince and fantasy live in
It's
you.
fine to just live in the moment of the game. I just wanted to think a little bit out loud. I don't think... It's a thing that I think a lot of people fall into the habit of, me too sometimes, when I want to stop the game and share my theories. Because I think Well, to be fair, a lot of people who played it before might enjoy those theories to see how right or wrong I am. So that is something, I guess. Because I know that's something I feel like when I look at other people playing games I've played. But, yeah.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
But also, there's value in just sitting in the moment and letting it play. And not have to pause and analyze the entire time.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand
Not
in
fate. Mom
That's
in
right.
the sky.
I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. Right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too.
But I should
Ever
have the
since
princess
moment I heard
memories
that
now,
weird
right?
voice guiding me.
Because I am basically the
voice.
prince now.
Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
Metaphor! She said metaphor! She said metaphor!
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
It was
So
Her
a
Majesty.
disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it,
Title drop.
that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in.
Yeah, this is where you all got your
I
archetypes.
might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock
You can
for
request a
you as
refund.
well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruade, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
I'm the prince! The son and the heir of the throne, King Theodosius V, the prince and Will are one and the same. The attack on the prince inside the royal palace led his aides to conclude the capital was no longer safe for him, so they moved the prince to the ancient Elden Sanctum to continue recovering. Alas, their Elden techniques were not enough to lift his curse, and he continued to decline until falling into a coma. However, he had guidance from a mysterious voice, his mom. I'm 90% sure it's his mom. An indomitable will that would not see his ideals abandoned. Through these, the new body made of Magla was created, much like the dragons of yore. The prince's spirit inhabited this new body, and he started another life as an entirely separate young man. That young man not enough pursues a journey to change the world, something the prince likely would have wished to take on, had he been well enough. Through that journey, the young man came to know the truth behind everything, and after his spirit returned to his body, he could then reveal himself publicly as the prince once more. So I should now have all of the prince's memories. I am now, I am full on the prince. So my dad is actually the king. The guy in the sky is my dad. I should basically remember everything that the little prince did. That is part of it now. God, there's so many things I haven't read yet, but I know about them. Oh yeah, the ice dragon. Protection rescinded. Yeah, there's no protection anymore. Alright.
What now?
Am I still just called Will? Yeah. I look cool though. Alright, I still shopping, but... Well, we're not done yet. More story.
Oh, it's you!
Secret history. Have you ever been told the prince's name? No. Which I think is, you know... deliberate. Do you want to try some other press games after this? Yeah, maybe. I've been thinking of trying one of them. 3, 4, or 5, ideally. But probably, right? The thing is, though... Ultimately, they appeal far less to me. Because the idea of, like, Japanese high school is much less cool than a big, expansive fantasy world to me. So... But I know they're supposed to be quick. Oh, she's sitting on my shoulder. But I know they're, like, supposed to be good, obviously. People love them. And, you know, the same writers and a lot of the same type of gameplay. And I love Metaphor. Then I probably would love those as well. But the world and the story just does not appeal to me as much. Persona 5 Royal is the one they've talked a lot. Why, they kept his eyes? Yeah, I no longer have the miscolored eyes.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think Incredulous there, there's a reason so many people love the Persona series. And it's not because they're all super into Japanese high school drama or whatever. There is obviously more to it. But that is also a huge part of the game, at the very least in the beginning. I don't know what happens afterwards. And you do have to go to school. You do have to do homework. That is a thing that you have to do in the game. So to me, it's like, eh. But, I mean, I do, like, Metaphor has been so good. Like, this is my game of the year. Narrowly beating Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is my game of the year, for sure. It's incredible. So with that, it makes me want to play more games that the studio have made. So, yeah, like, and I feel like Persona 5 Royal is probably the best place to start. But, yeah.
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible. And destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division.
Well, maybe, like they said, UGs were created specifically back in the day, like I said, for the sake of the war effort. Maybe they were created as to be infiltrators or for a certain purpose, while other stuff sort of evolved and mutated and adapted rather than created. And that's why UGs look so different to everything else, in theory.
And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
It beggars belief. 'Tis nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to.
We have dog and cat people, and we have bat people, or whatever, bunny people. That the rest is not animals. We already have 2 tribes that are animals. That's gonna have to be enough, right? Then we want horn people, we want third eye people, we want glowy people, we want wing people, and we want horn people, and then we want old people, and we want elves.
Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history
Close
was
your eyes.
obscured.
Close
and
our
the
eyes,
Elder
close your eye.
announced.
I mean, that was immediately the first thing I thought of when I heard close your eye.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind.
It's actually funny how when I was in my Magla form, I guess that's one way to call it, I had mismatched eyes, but that was like just not a thing. That was just what I looked like. Like that wasn't a thing that all Elda had or anything. That just happened to be what Will looked like. He had mismatched eyes. You know, heterochromia, you know? Because now I don't, and like, no, all of these Elda we also see, they also don't have mismatched eyes. That was just a Will thing. That wasn't like an Elda thing, that was just Will.
As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power. Thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Very white.
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its
good
company.
words.
And besides...
Oh! Oh! Whoa! Cool! Have I unlocked my fourth thing? The Prince! Of course it's called the Prince.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's fight.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Yay, Gallica!
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Oh, Gallica, the best!
Yeah, I want you by my side until the end.
Same
Wow,
here.
that was very American.
Stick close to me.
All of a sudden
okay?
he wasn't British anymore.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by
the name of his ship.
Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits.
To be fair, Luis only died once, and then he was brought back with Zorba's help, yeah. I think actually Zorba also came back once through his own magic, weirdly, but yeah.
The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about.
One of these days he'll die when we stab him, yeah.
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
He's back to American now.
Is in the control of Magla.
He's not British anymore.
However,
what was that thing?
Chaos may be calm,
he just randomly was British.
Can also be deliberately
now he's back to
out
English.
Of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy, and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer. And thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
I can't imagine it's just a mistake, Nines. That feels weird. Like it's just... Oh, he just accidentally spoke British a couple of times? Like that... And that just slipped by. Everyone who finished the game went like, yeah, that seems fine, not a problem. That just accident... There has to be a reason for it.
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic.
Yeah, side effects of the rebirth, I guess.
It is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
Thank you, Overlight.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there?
Zorba!
Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
It's Zorba! Kill Zorba! Been waiting for him to show up ever since he's like, all right, can we change? Can we go become the thing?
Ultimate.
I have found the ultimate thing, but I can't become it. Oh, there it is. Absolutely, hell yes! The prince! Okay, I need to get some stuff, though. Dark sword. Ooh. Right. That's not what I want. That's just the assassin one. I guess we get the big stuff. Like, we want the cool things. We have to decide what we want to do. What am I going to get? Heroes proving. Heroic slash. Damage boosted against demons. Okay. Support attacks because that's the same thing here. Heavy light. Buff. Recover a thing. Add. Oh, cool. Resist all royal slash. Okay, I feel like I'm mostly now going to be a physical hitter at this point. Rather than magic. Though magic is, of course, useful. Royal sword. Ally any. Cool. Armageddon's final sire? Holy shit. Required item Chronicle of the End? Oh, what the fuck is that? Okay. Hadrian Ice Crag. Wild Boar. Okay. So, yeah, it feels like I'm a physical attacker now. But it's probably good to have some elements available. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just focus on the physical attacks. For now, let me just put on some stuff I already have before I spend Magla on this. Steel. Da, 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 da. Okay, so a bit of a weird mix for now. I'm gonna properly set up the prince later. So yeah, you guys haven't unlocked anything heroic yet. That's cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's get the classic team in for funsies. I wonder if I'm gonna wish I bought some items.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, sword surfing!
No.
Oh, I can talk to them now.
Oh, wow! About that. Oh, it's you!
And yet...
We talked to... It's only the ones with the little free icon over that I can talk to, I think.
Huh? Wow. What?
That's people talk. Alright, hopefully we won't be screwed over because we didn't buy any items. Well, I mean, we can buy items now. What day is it?
What now?
Tomorrow's Idols Day, though.
Hello.
Okay, there's not a huge upgrade for those two. The biggest upgrade is... Okay, it's worth the upgrade for me, I think. And that's pretty big, too. It's expensive, though. I think I'll wait until Idle's Day. And we'll see if I'll regret that.
No.
He's leading me into a trap, almost certainly.
Ready?
Yeah.
Stop! You! Zorba. So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead
I
of
should
thinking
have
for
spent
himself.
some
He's
experience
forgotten anything
items
he really wants.
What did you intend to do?
On the prince.
The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away. But it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
The power you need on the surges forth.
Guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince is an archetype exclusive tag. You cannot change it out as you wish. Can act as a support for all synthesis skills. It has a unique trait not found in other archetype, but none of its skills will
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hold on. Let's set it up.
Oh, okay. Royal Sword seems the best one here for sure.
Coordination is key.
Let's do this.
Yeah. It's
Nice hit.
You think yourself
perfect.
equal to a
Holy
Eugene's
shit.
agility?
That was pretty badass.
Oh,
Can we
power of
steal?
kings. Nothing personal. What a blunder.
So much for that.
In the name of just, give me your aid. Something else.
I really
Go
want
for
to
it.
steal, but I don't think I can.
Up to you.
Lend me your strength.
Royal Sword again!
All right, let's go.
How's this?
God, it's so cool.
A tough one.
Do something about those apples!
This is literally the very first human we fought in the very beginning of the game.
Is that all?
Rebel.
Let me handle those apples.
Sure. This is such a... Last time I said no, and then we attacked the apples, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
Leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
I wonder why that's a thing. I wonder why you can say no. Yeah, they bring it back and you butcher him? Yeah, like seriously. Alright, let's do some steal. I want to steal your items.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I'll take this. I'll be taking that.
I got an apple.
Treasure?
In the name of justice, let's make an end of it. No. All yours.
Is everyone all right?
Can I
For all that we strive
heal
for!
and will I still have the turn icons? I think I will. Yeah.
Are you all right?
Quite a boon.
It's okay.
Let's work together.
Yes. Get royal sorted.
No holding back.
Maybe I should bring in the other party members so they get some experience, but I didn't. Well, they get a little bit, I think, but they don't get a lot because I don't have high enough bond. Now, we absolutely wrecked it. Absolutely wrecked. Wind God Scale. I'm so glad I didn't buy an item. Because that would have been so nice.
A halfway decent result.
So they got a little bit, but yeah, they don't get full.
I admit, it feels good.
Ha! I have never known such heights.
Ah, I didn't know I had it in me.
Yeah, that feels nice.
For Basilio is the lowest level.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, I'm the prince now.
Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not
Heisman
find
would
any
just steal
public
my
backing
wallet.
like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born
Heisman
into
would like
adversity.
steal. It's like aha, wallet, and then there's like cards, notes, mostly cards.
He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Alces said it. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, but if you don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
We fight him together.
Yes.
Yeah, he's back to full
By
on.
our efforts, we
He's
will
full on
stop
back to
Luis's
American
reign.
accent now. Not he just briefly had a few different sentences in different accents, but now he's back to normal. Interesting.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the
It was-
gallows.
it's so bizarre.
Not just us, but any
Can
innocent
someone go
folks
back
he
and
doesn't
clip
find use for.
the things he said?
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now.
He's adjusting to his new
I can't
memories.
wait to sing it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I'm still amazed.
You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father and you with all her heart.
Yeah, it's just my king though.
The
It
injustice
sucked
that befell this
balls because
village
my dad was
is
a
not your
dumbass.
fault.
But at least
Listen
now
well.
he's the floating face in the sky.
Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
I will. I will. You Grude, I will.
Thank you. For everything.
Our final battle lies ahead.
How many times is the game going to tell me it's our
cannot
final
lose.
battle?
Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's Idle's Day! No, it's night, okay.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Aww.
Stay beside me forever.
Wow. When you put it like that, you're gonna make me blush. But thanks.
Bond? Bond time?
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Yay, max rank.
We've got the path to tomorrow.
Elemental Master
and I'm gonna
and
lead the
Warlock.
way.
During squad battles, you may gain extra turn icons. Cool. Oh, badass. Elemental Master and Warlock.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
Yay. Yeah, in this game, the reason this music is because Gallagher cast a spell on you, which is pretty cool.
By the way, the chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself. The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
You're gonna talk about Rythian?
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical.
Metaphor?
There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin after the war. What are these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Right.
We have to believe and fight. Even if it's better to fight for something, even if you're not sure it'll be true, rather than sit and do nothing.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Oh, time to go say hi to Moore. We haven't talked to him in a while.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again, as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero.
Cool.
And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks...
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
She's getting awfully sassy.
Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
Or was the author of the fantasy novel has more visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws
It's me
nearer.
and Galaga! Oh, how cute! Aww.
Okay, all our preparations
Yay.
are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission.
Oh my god, stop saying it's final mission.
Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here.
It's not going to be the
I've
final
got the
mission because
fire
you
in me
keep
eyes
saying it's
now.
the final mission.
About the new stuff
and
you
this,
felt
I
and
literally
learned
just have a
since
new
becoming a
archetype. I gotta
prince.
get time to level that up.
Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Some coin would be nice.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Can we go elsewhere?
Come on. Come on.
Fine, Grand Strat it is.
You see?
Yeah. After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That
These guys
elder
again.
boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to
nice
make all the
chill
risks
time
yourself.
for the party.
Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Battling!
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area.
How did he get in
You
here?
might have one
Is he just
way
allowed to just walk
survive.
in? It's Idle's day. I want to go shopping.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis
Very
I
jealous.
am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh, no, of course not. I'll just say.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard
This
the
is
news?
the guy who tells you the
times
news.
we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman. You've seen Count Luis lie to us. You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right, all right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll
Never
jump
seen
at
it
any
this bad.
excuse to argue and
Yeah, they keep
snarl at
mentioning
each
that.
other.
I think that's like part of the
The sooner
Maglan,
this bad,
anxiety in the air and melancholia.
Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us.
This has been an interesting session because we started the stream with one fight against Luis, and then story, one fight against that human, and then story. It's been a lot of sitting here watching, you know.
Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace.
Madeline is a good egg, yeah.
What are we about to see?
Bam, 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 bam.
The royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker.
Oh, Ghost!
Hast thou no
It's
shame
my dad.
in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
No, we don't get to hear it.
So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Oh, his horns are not real.
Thou wert elder.
I knew the second they mentioned he was from the village. I was like, yeah, he's probably Elder too then.
In your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
I had my suspicion the second that was mentioned.
Oh.
And honestly, even before, but the entire idea was that, like, the Elda is the interesting tribe, the others are just So it's like, oh, that's strange that Luis is just a Clamar then. I didn't know. I'm sitting pretending I know. But the second when Gridea mentioned that she might be that he was from this village, I was like, he's Elda then. He's not just he must be Elda.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly
When we get to the gameplay soon, and by gameplay I mean like
anticipating
picking missions, flying around, talking to characters, doing dungeons. Like, this is obviously a very climactic moment in the story and everything, but...
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Because he's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again!
Damn you, pro Luis city girl.
Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis. even the thick one.
Whoa.
He took in a parapus like you.
Rude.
You spit on him. Scum. Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juna, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief. Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're
Wow,
with this
they're all
pack
really
of throne
mean.
chasers. Shame. Shame. Mustari girl. You ungrateful pagan. Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you. How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say.
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pikes soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How
no,
about it?
No, you can't.
This is bad.
You're afraid of
They
monsters.
really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run. Now!
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? And do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then.
Oh yeah,
I
he
have
can
my
create
suspicions,
humans, by the way.
It's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd
Ladlin's a
rant
good
and
lad.
snipe and have my cynical little
Good
discourse.
Ladlin.
But I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
All right.
Okay. We actually get to run around.
What now?
We have 83 of these? 83? I have 83. All right.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I can't believe I have 83. That's so many.
New skills, new possibilities. found
I don't know if I'll end up regretting this, but like I feel like I'll probably need these later, but I'll just keep getting more. Okay, I start requiring a lot more per level now. Just get them up. Yeah,
new
just
skills,
spend them
new
all.
possibilities.
Resist all affinity damage other than Almighty. Holy shit. And max.
I'm still getting stronger.
Oh yeah. Extreme physical Almighty to one enemy. Holy crap, that's badass. I spent 83 minus 9, so I spent 74 on getting Prince up to max. Good to know, I guess.
I found new power. New skills, new possibilities.
Oh god, okay. I need to do more. Consider selling it.
So irreverent.
Wow.
Luis rightfully ought to be king.
Now, where was I?
Can we go say hi to more?
Would you look at this? Oh. I've been waiting.
You awaken the prince. The power within is a way of life. Royal archetype. Okay. Aha! Ah, his allies can study royal archetype. The requirements are difficult, but they are powerful, like unique to each ally.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
How, Stroll? Do you have a royal archetype? Royal warrior!
That is...
I need... Okay, there's a question mark. What's the question mark? Dark Knight and Elemental Master. Okay. Question marks. Question marks. Something and Soul Hacker at 20. Question marks. Okay, so at the very least, I can for Heisen lady, Hulkenberg, Aislinn Hulkenberg, which means I need to level Elemental Master up as well, and Dark Knight. Okay. All right. I mean, I definitely want to be Royal Knight, so yeah. I can begin by studying Dark Knight, I guess.
This right here. All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I see.
The Dark Knight.
Oh.
Got some heroes
I've
fruit.
acquired a new power.
Now I need to level that up. And then I also need to level this so I can get this, so I can get that. That's a lot. That's a lot. But, I mean, worth it, I'm sure. I'm assuming that Stroll needs this. So I should be leveling General so I can unlock this. But that means I do need to hit Barden. So there's got to be much more to the game. Let's use some items for my pal Hulkenberg.
A new means of protection. To greater heights. A new means of protection.
Alright, we got somewhere.
That's a good kitty.
Good kitty.
That reminds me.
The truth of the matter is...
What?
They're all names. The parts within the spell, they're a list of names.
No way!
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh. You'll come.
Let's go back. I want to go quest. I want to go fight. I want to go level up.
Don't say shite.
Luis is the only one left, isn't he? Smash it
Let's
all to
move.
bits.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luis's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Yeah, I'm the prince, actually. For real, prince.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on...
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. Not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky?
Yeah.
Is that
It's
because...
true, Ellipsis.
Don't know.
A good sign.
But the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make
Can't
sure
I
the whole
level up a
kingdom
bit
hears
first?
that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If
I
you
wanna
can make
level up,
things better, you might just inspire
level
everyone to remember
up.
their own hopes and dreams.
I wanna
He has
grind.
been terribly patient,
wanna fight.
waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice
I'm gonna
to
go
see
do
us smile
side
again.
quests.
Right.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a
No,
night's
but
rest,
today is
and on the morrow,
Idle's
we
Day.
leave
I
the
want
castle.
to shop. Are they gonna force me to sleep?
What to pick? All right then.
Can we teleport? Oh, it's all grayed out. Oh.
Oh, hell.
Mister.
It's Mister.
You...
Your Highness.
Honestly.
Come on.
Good night.
Good night, Gattaca.
The day of the hero draws near.
Oh.
Which shall see the crown.
31 days remain.
31 days remain.
Okay.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
It's King Man.
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shalt inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle. But I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's
Let's go kill
losing their
humans.
grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
True enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe... hope.
A little broad, don't you think?
I don't really know what everyone's talking about, but everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so
We don't have a rogue, actually.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps 'tis a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe
We
exists.
had with Alcest, but
We
he's not here
must
anymore.
prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
Right, thank you.
Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least 1 day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets.
Okay.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis. That's...
So. dread. The weather is dread.
Which one?
Weather is dread everywhere. So, I guess it's the thing again, right? Where, in theory, we could go do the main objective first.
Let's put an end to this.
Skybound Avatar Conquest. Head to the Royal Palace in the sky to save the world being driven into madness by Louise. Mission with deadline has begun. To challenge the Airborne Palace apart from the Round Table in the Runner, the entire currency experience dread. If that was enough, the card can be called Blight. The abilities of your followers and their support will be indispensable when it comes to passing Louise and crown the new king. Use this time to ensure you have no regrets when you depart. Prevent his destructive vision and rescue the community before the day of the hero arrives. So,
Smash it all to bits.
I feel like
Louise is the only one left.
I wonder, again, this is something I end up having to wonder a lot, right? Like, I wonder if
All right.
it's
Lord Louise before too long.
if I go do it early, it's the end, or if I go to fight Louise, then I still have 30 days before the day of the hero.
Hello.
Mount Volcano. War King's legendary greatsword. Hell yes.
Help me, will ya?
I guess so.
Much gratitude to you.
We did it! Let's give it a shot.
Hell yes. Legendary greatsword question mark?
That's where you want to go.
We'll face danger here.
Help me, will ya?
Yeah!
All right then.
Oh, God. Luis rightfully ought to be king.
So that's what it's
All right,
come
then.
to.
What is there to be done?
Sword surfing? Wow.
Nothing left to do now.
All right then.
Can hardly think.
We have new quests. I mean, new missions, new tasks.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, 3 new ones. Ordemos.
That's a rough one.
The abandoned path. Going after the Rugopitia.
Counting on you.
Let's do it.
Diafranco in Altabury. Access to the land, okay.
That's a
And
rough one.
Bandit Chief Sistis.
I guess, but
Seek a weapon that can kill people en masse. Ooh.
Counting on you.
got it.
Let's do it.
That's the Hushed Honeybee in Informant.
Let's see here. This place.
And Kokomordos, Terror of the Skies.
That's a rough one.
I see. Huh?
Probably does poison damage.
Counting on you.
Okay then.
Let's do
find
it.
like 3 informants now. Rylehaven, Altabury, and here in the Hush Honeybee Inn.
Ooh. And right there's a labyrinth.
Okay. Everything completed and those 3 are accepted. Cool. Do we have...
That's enough out of you, yeah?
All right then.
Guess there's nothing to be done about it.
Resume me a great courtesy.
Like how the rock is just Louise now.
Hello there.
Hey! Isn't that...
Yeah.
Yep.
Louise is the only one left. What is there to be done? That's it.
All right then.
Okay.
Never mind.
Let's go.
Hello? Have you new... Oh, Godot!
Did you?
Are you working here now?
Closure, eh?
Whoa.
We got a bunch of things. I don't know how good they are anymore. Even, I think, the Astral Saint Fist. Well, that is probably pretty good. I will make that one. Could also possibly make this. Because this does seem pretty strong.
Ooh.
But the rest, I'm like, on. Like, this, even the stats here are not that big, so.
Closure, eh?
We can probably we don't need to buy just yet. Try to wait until idle state to buy most stuff if I can. It is a pretty big thing. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, the quest. I do want to do that, obviously, but
How
yeah.
about divination?
This is weather, right? Yeah. Dread. Okay. Literally everywhere, dread.
Which
Except
one?
this
We'll
place,
face
which is
danger here.
light. Ooh. That's rough.
This place. Here's where we are now.
Luis is the only
All
one
right.
left, isn't he?
I think we've seen everything in Grand Trad.
Where to?
We are going to the Hush Honeybee Inn, though.
Let's go.
For the informant.
Hey!
Yep.
Please, whatever you can do.
It's okay.
The Disgraced Ruins.
Want in on this?
How about Sisters? Oh, do the merchant thing. Okay.
Really?
And Weak to Light.
Whoa.
Just between us.
Buzz with an aura of lightning. Oh.
Hey!
Just a bunch of ingredient stuff? I mean, sure, yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Sold on idle days.
Hey!
There's a lot of stuff in Grand Trad for sure.
All right. Where to?
There was in Brylehaven as well. In the... Was it the Greatest Catch?
Let's go.
Greatest Catch. Oh, there's a quest there too.
If Louise
Fancy a
wins
bit
the
of info?
crown, what will become of us?
Want in on this? Just between us.
Dice.
Come again.
Wait, why do you... Interesting, I could have bought that here, I guess.
If Louise wins
All right,
the crown, what will become of us?
And there was a quest out here.
Weather like this, no telling what, lad.
It's down to
Right.
Louise.
All right then.
Hello. Grand, innit?
The towers.
Now what am I to do?
Trial for obtaining forbidden power. Ooh.
Cheers, eh?
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Trial of the Dragon. Oh, that's more than the quest for Louise. Okay.
Please, if they...
Did he say that the...
Please?
informant has stuff on that?
what, lad.
If Louise
Fancy a
wins the crown, what will become of
Yeah.
us?
Hey,
Want in on this?
Ferociously mad bastard of a monster. Huh.
Come again, Edita.
Sounds like that's like optional challenge or something. Something to think about.
Weather like this, no
All right.
telling what, lad.
Right. Do we have... Do we quickly see any quests? I don't really.
Go.
There's Bond stuff, but like that's fine. That's in any city, really.
All right then.
Oh, there's one here as well.
Let's go.
Probably maybe Juna.
Louise, I could see it.
Please?
it's down to Louise.
Alonso. Okay. Well, we want to do all those as well.
Where
but
to?
Altabury had some stuff.
Let's go.
Quest as well. You want to pick up all the quests?
So that's what it's come.
Something up?
Oh, is it another thing with the tower?
What shall I do?
Forbidden power.
Splendid.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
They seem all quite tough.
I'm off then.
That sounds right.
You there?
All right then.
Is it Louise?
Why, you
All right.
little...
There's another quest here.
For that?
Oh, but why?
Just sublime.
Warm heart, full word, hot spring. If I put some of the hot spring into this, he's gonna sell Prince Boy bathwater. Gamer Prince bathwater. Oh no.
Whoa, it's too much to take.
Sure, I'll take a bath.
Just sublime.
Underneath Blue Sky Bridge, open at
Help me
night.
out with...
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Okay.
Okay then.
Right. Definitely not creepy. I will for sure do it though. Because why not? Alright, I need to go to the tavern here.
Let's head there right away.
What more can I do?
No harm in Keep this to yourself.
Dark. And Hex. Rare treasure. Random path. Yeah, and the Ordamos. Don't let it go berserk. Dispel its power. Okay. Weak to dark and repel electric.
Keep this to yourself.
Hey!
Speculation of a legend. Foul miasma ridden body, none can pierce. Oh boy. That sounds pretty rough, man.
No harm in just listening.
What more can I do?
Alright, where are there more quests?
Guess there's nothing to be done about it.
Okay, not here. We've been to Trad, we've been to Brylehaven, we've been to Eldbury. So let's check Martira. See if there's any quests here.
Oh God, grant me guidance.
No quests as far as I can tell.
Let's go!
Oh, hell.
Anything inside tavern?
What you...
Nah, nothing new. Oh, hello, quest!
What are you
Aha.
playing at?
What? Whoa. Hey?
Okay. What
Lovely,
quest is that?
Okay.
Mellow milk.
Let's give it a shot.
I guess I'll make some mellow milk. It's something though.
That damned Luis. What should we do? 'Tis true.
We're almost going. I'm not done yet. The side quest first. Probably. I mean, I think that's a good idea anyway. Oh hell. Okay. So there was no quests as far as I can tell. I mean, one was technically inside a building, so I guess I won't know for sure until I go inside every building.
Where to?
Oh, there's one here.
Let's go!
Hello there.
Oh yeah, the
I
towers,
see.
yeah.
That's... What will you do?
Spire of Blind Faith.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Oh, we have all three trials now, I think.
Thank you.
Let's check.
I see. Be careful. I'll see you again. A Luis victory would plunge this world into chaos.
We have 3 trials of the dragon.
All right then.
Let's go!
Can't see a single
Fancy a bit of it? Cheers.
They don't have. They tend to not give me much details. Beauty of the purple flames invites only death. Protection
Come
from
again,
fire.
Eddie.
We stand
Can't see a
behind you,
single
Lady
good option
Ufa.
here. What's the world coming to? Can't see a single good
All right,
option
then.
here.
All right then.
Ufa's
Alright, then.
Bond quest keeps staring me in the face every time I go anywhere. Okay, I think we've been
Where to?
everywhere. So now it's time to start deciding what to actually do. Wonder if I... So, is there any shopping I can do? If I go back
Where
to
to?
Royal Capital, is it just shit shoppy stuff? Like still? Or have they upgraded
there.
their inventory? Oh no, they do have some new stuff, yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, this is the old stuff, and then the new stuff. Real expensive. I did have a new weapon, though.
What now?
I should have equipped a while ago. The Wind God's Gale.
Hello there.
This is technically still better, by a little bit, but yeah. So these are like... Wow, that is noticeably better, actually. 385. Well, I still want to wait until Idle's Day. So ideally I want to spend some time doing non-dungeon quests.
What now?
For a few days. Like bonds and stuff. Stop the crowning. I mean, is that the event now? That's on the list for like a thing to do.
What now?
Is that a thing we can do? Can we do that? I keep saying like that we can. But is that gonna end the game? Surely not. Surely it won't end the game. Like that would be... But we do also have 30 days.
Luis is the only one left, isn't he?
Usually you can just go do it.
Come on, sir, for a king.
All right then.
Usually you can just go do it, and it's not going to mean you skip anything.
Oh, it is.
So then you have time to do it afterwards until Day of the Hero hits.
Luis is the only one left. Will you fight for
I feel like
Count
he's the one causing all the
All right,
dread,
then.
so maybe we
Let's
can.
head there right
Maybe we
away.
can do. But I wonder if like, are we even going to be are we going to manage? Do we need to level up? I did just save, I guess.
Preparations
So
are-
we can give it a go.
Now then.
You would pursue...
It's your call.
Now then.
Let's see what happens. I guess. Let's see what happens. More plot.
How disappointing. The prize is already in my hands. All that's left is to wait until it might be awoken. The people must think I'm the one behind the madness in their hearts. O King, I can see why you felt such hopelessness. The more anxious the people grow, the more they choose blind fanaticism over confronting their fears. This was no fault of yours, simply their nature. Knowing all this, I shall claim the ideals you abandoned and finish it in your stead. But I have my own interpretations to add.
The skybound avatar. Taking on the face of His Majesty, the royal palace rose to the sky on
Thank
the
you,
day of
CW
his
Jolie,
own
for the
funeral.
gifted subs. Appreciate
Is
it.
Still the palace
Thank
as
you,
it once
Valorant, for
was?
the extra.
It is impossible to tell from the
Very
ground.
cool of you. Thank you.
The gauntlet runner arrives at the entrance, at last marking the prince's fateful return to the place he was once forced to abandon.
This better not be like the final thing. I can't imagine. It can't be, surely.
The royal palace has changed. 'Tis the shadow of its past.
New music.
'Tis just as chaotic within.
Your Majesty, do you hear me? I speak to you as His Highness, the Prince's Royal Guard, Hulkenberg, Knight in your service. His Highness, the Prince, your heir apparent, has just arrived. Will your Majesty break the spell and allow His Highness to succeed the throne?
Don't think we're getting an answer, no matter how long we wait. No choice but to venture in.
We must tread carefully.
This feels like it's like the final dungeon. I don't want to do the final dungeon yet.
This place is swarming with Magla too.
But
even
I don't know. I also don't
feel
want to
it.
maybe necessarily go
Where's
through the
it all coming
trials.
from?
It must be the anxieties of the royal capital.
But I also feel like if I do this, like I'll get rid of the dread. Maybe
of the entire country.
Luis would
I
call
don't
it
know.
righteous, but in the end, he's only preying upon the people's fear. Let's go. There's bound to be something inside that's driving the people mad. We've got to pin down its source.
What is this?
I don't know if I want to do this yet. This feels a bit final dungeon-y. So I feel like I want to do stuff first.
What now?
I think we maybe do some stuff first. Well, all I want to know is like if it's a point of no return. Because I don't. If it is a point of no return, I don't want it to be. Wait, do we have all the quests we picked up? Yeah, we do. I don't want it to be like you go there and then so it's not at all the point of no return. Okay, so I can go there and do all this, and there's still stuff to do. Okay. Good. All right. I might still do a thing or two first before I go there.
What now?
Or at the very least, maybe have some bonds
Well...
to unlock some stuff. I wanted. Oh yeah, Barden. I want to do Barden's thing because that unlocks a thing. I'll do a thing or two first. Either way.
Yeah?
I'm also probably not going to go super longer today, so maybe half an hour or something.
However... Aye, yes. The truth is...
Is he gonna get voted for?
Gastro's been acting as a proxy since the giant sandworms made the governorship one big open question. Everyone's gathered here today to learn what's what, and probably to sentence me to exile.
What will you do if you're exiled?
Who knows, laddie? This town was everything to me. Maybe I'll just live alone for a bit in the mountains and think on it there.
I asked you all to gather here so I could speak about Martira's governance. While Barden was recuperating, I was glad to act as his proxy. However, henceforth, I would like Barden to resume his duties as governor.
But what's this?
This town's autonomy was initiated by your sheer pluck. At the time, I cooperated only so I could use you for my own ends. But I had a revelation in those moments as the giant sandworm approached. I saw that I cannot even protect myself, much less the people. When you returned here, exhausted and in tatters, I regretted everything from the bottom of my heart. My actions are unpardonable.
Sir Gastro, but if I go back to governing, it's...
Have some faith in yourself, Barden.
All right, if you say so. I'm just not sure where to start. Except to begin with an apology. My excessive measures frightened you all. And I implemented them because of my own insecurity. I was anxious about whether or not I could keep you safe. So I turned to surveillance and barriers. No more. We'll keep some of our armed forces, but what I really need for security is to have faith in you all. That's why I am not fit to govern.
It's not over yet.
That's right. It's never over. We can still improve this town. And we want you to see it done. Barden, listen. I followed your example and built a defensive barrier myself.
I did too. And I had an idea. We could turn uninhabited houses into shelters.
Things didn't go well before, that's true. But you're not the only one at fault, Barden. This is just as much our town as yours.
Oh, laddies and lassies.
You see?
Laddies and lassies.
After 2 disasters, everyone has a more mature view of things. You're free to decline. But is that really what you want to do?
Well, now I must apologize. If it truly is what everyone wants, I'll be the governor of Martira again. This time, I won't do anything to scare the populace. We'll have faith in each other and the town's unity will be known far and wide. And for our first step, I have the perfect suggestion. Step forward, young man. The reason I stand here now is thanks to this fella. He is the hero who saved this town. The one most worthy of the crown. I want us to support him as the future king.
Yes! Barden and a hero together!
Come to think of it, I never told you the truth behind that bit of arson.
My bestie and future king.
It was this little poor wee one who started it. He didn't mean to, but he touched an igniter some fool had left behind. I only know this because just the other day he came to me begging for forgiveness, all in tears. If I'd known from the start, I would have just thought it a lone accident. Instead, I acted like invaders had infiltrated us. Got my people all terrified.
It's already in the past.
You say that, but I can't forget it. Ever. Henceforth, I'll be changing my ways. Let's focus on the future now. This region, in fact the whole country, depends on it. Mind if I ask you just one more
Accidental
time?
fascism? Yeah, exactly.
If you think I'm fit to govern.
Your next one is, I'm not sure. There's no one more qualified.
There's no one more qualified for the job than you, Barden.
And you truly believe that? Then I must devote myself to the work even more, so as not to disappoint the future king. Thank you,
Generally, the
greatly
idea is if
for
he just listens to
everything you've
people.
done. This only happened
And
because
is a
I
bit
had
more
your
flexible.
support. Even when I made mistakes, you stuck by my side. I'll return the favor one day. I swear it.
Oh, big time for final one, the one after general.
Guardsman, Barden, keeper and
I'm
heritor
pretty sure
of
that's
the
going to be the
commander's
one that
virtues.
Stroll
Your
needs
tempered
for his
bond has become
royal archetype.
a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Da-da-da-da.
You're the one who brought
Warlord.
light to this town, to this country.
There, yeah. That's gonna be the one that Stroll needs, almost certainly.
Today really is such a bonny day. I'm blessed with the greatest of friends. The townspeople love me, despite all my flaws. And everyone is so... Thank you again.
Barden.
I'm
just so happy. I'm just so happy. Oh. Hey, we're slowly bumping up again. People started thinking I'm less of a thing, less of a monster. Okay. Oh, it's time for the Juna thing. Is it also maybe time for Brigitte? Yes! Okay, sorry, Juna, it's Brigitte time first. I want to finally unlock the next one in Merchant.
Intriguing. Thank you.
Honestly, I was thinking about closing up shop for good, but... I see we have one last item of business for today. You didn't notice? 2 children have been following you. They have igniters. I imagine they're here for me.
Brigitte!
You two. I saw you at the village.
So you remember us? What a shame, right? I bet you didn't think you left any survivors, right?
Everyone we know is dead! You killed them!
I see. So, you're here for revenge. Is that it?
You've got it wrong. Brigitte's innocent in this.
You're lying! The Sanctus told me all about it! They said you set the whole village on fire! That's why they gave me this igniter! They said, killing isn't wrong when you're punishing the wicked!
I see.
It's a bit extra evil.
You.
That's...
My apologies.
It's a bit, like,
but
extra level of evil.
If you didn't interfere. No matter what happens.
Like, it's bad enough that they burn down the village, right? Then they find 2 survivors. They tell them, hey, that one did it. Here, take a gun. Go use this gun on that one who didn't do it. And it's totally fine. You're allowed to shoot them with your big gun. That is very over-the-top evil. Holy crap.
That depends on what happens.
No. No matter what happens. Please. This is your first time killing someone, I take it. I hate to break it to you, but you should have finished the job without saying anything. You realize you just gave yourself away. Now I might dodge. That's a chance at survival I didn't have before. Might easily be enough to turn the tables and kill you. And what's the exit plan after you've done the deed? How do you get out of the city before they find my corpse? Or did the Sanctus forget to mention these details? The church thought they'd use you to kill me. That? Or they were hoping I'd kill you?
No! You're lying!
If you don't have it in you, then I suggest you save your revenge.
You're not fooling us!
It's a painful thing, to live your whole life running away, carrying your sins on your back. If you ask me, it might even be harder than killing someone. You'll watch me die again whenever you close your eyes. You'll smell my blood, hear the rasp of my final breaths. See my eyes cloud? Again, and again, and again. That's what lies down this road. It's a dark path to walk, alone, with the weight of your despair. Your heart won't let you trust again, nor will it let anyone save you. But you still have time to turn back.
Yeah, here's the flamethrower, kids. Enjoy.
There's nowhere left for us to go.
I've prepared living spaces at my research facility. They're meant to give people like you a safe home.
What? What are you talking about? You think we trust you?
I know how easy it is to lose all your peace and hope in an instant. And now that you've seen that firsthand, I can't fault you for doubting me. But just once, just one more time, I want you to think of your future and get the help you need. It's a hard thing to crawl up out of hell. But the first step is having the courage to believe.
But if I lived in your place, you'd just kill me!
If I wanted to kill you, I'd have done it already. I'm not saying you have to trust me right away. Believe me. I have a hard enough time trusting people myself. But isn't this what you two really want? To believe in people, and believe in your own happiness. Thank you. I'll show you the way to the research facility now. That took incredible bravery, you two. I can already tell you have a better life than mine ahead of you. A more peaceful and gentle future, greater than anything we could imagine, is about to dawn.
Good chatting. She convinced those kids.
The two of them fell asleep as soon as they found their room. Must have been the first sleep they'd had in days. Can't imagine.
Yeah,
how
research
nervous they must
facility
have
doesn't
been.
sound super great.
We have to protect them. We
Just
can't
say
let
house.
this place be destroyed.
One of my houses.
Suppose that means I can't afford to close down the shop just yet. I'll keep selling igniters for now. But I'll only stock models with limiters, meant to dampen their destructive force. And I'll offer a bargain for the people to trade in non-limited igniters towards buying my wares. Against the Church's campaign, it'll barely make a difference. But it'll buy some time until you take the throne, right?
And what do you plan to do afterwards?
Well, that depends on the new king. It's a small gesture.
I guess
at
they still
best.
have him.
A
The
pretense of
igniters,
change.
the kids.
But it's enough. As long as it can give those children a little hope. I trust you to brighten our world. Give it the surge of hope it needs. Take the throne and lead us forward.
I want that hope to come from the both of us.
Ah, right. Now I'm in the thick of this research. I can't exactly dismiss this as someone else's problem anymore. So we'll take on the job together. May the flame of hope burn ever brighter, and may the light of that torch pierce the world's dark. May it reach the crying and the suffering, and save them. I vow to stand by your side. I'll find ways to be useful to you. I was always afraid of telling the truth. I built igniters into a shell around my life. On the inside, I figured I had nothing. I was nothing. Just a hollow parody of a person. But even knowing how weak I really am, you refused to abandon me. Thanks to you, I've come to know hope again. So I'll believe in that hope and try to live my life to the fullest. That's my decision, and I'll stick by it. Thank
Nice.
you, young man,
Nice, nice, nice.
for giving me the courage to live again.
Now I can be Tycoon!
The trader and iconoclast Brigitte, keeper and heritor of the merchant's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust by the grace of her newfound powers.
I just heard that bit before. And bam!
Thank you
Tycoon!
for helping me embrace my weakness.
Very nice. That was needed in one of the missions.
No doubt there are countless people out there suffering, enduring unimaginable pains at this very moment. But you can show them that their world is not a living hell. Not when you have your own vision for it. I'll be waiting for the day it comes true.
Oh. Slow increases again now. I think I'll get like a shit ton once I can kill Luis, probably.
We shall see the crowning of a new king. 30 days remain.
This here.
Some money.
Got it?
I see.
You have until October to do as you wish.
Speaking of which...
Opera House. You can see plays. Okay. And then the hot spring, right? I think we gotta kill Luis to do the dread thing.
Shall we?
What can I do?
Okay, but I also...
Smash it all to bits.
What?
Right,
I need to start the quest with Basilio. Like, what is this? Like, Basilio must be this person. Which means I need to do a quest for him to unlock the bond. But what quest? You know, like where's Katarina? Is he chilling on the Gauntlet Runner?
Let's go.
All right then.
I wonder where that starts. He's just so late. Like, what the hell?
Where to?
Let's go.
Where to quest exactly? Find him on the streets in Grand Trad? Okay. I mean, if that's the case, it's probably here too, actually. But the quests normally show up on the map.
It will be Lord Louis. That's Lord Louis.
The sky is not looking good.
Think I'll forget this, do you?
All right then. All right then.
The sky. You. You there? Why, you little...
All right then.
Is it Luis after all, then?
Is this it? Blimey.
Where the hell is Basilio? This is the Opera House, which
all right then.
Said we could do stuff here.
This is the pit.
Leave it out, mate.
I'll go check Grand Trad. I just assume because generally all the party members are in a city when you're there, which is why we can see like Yufa is here basically.
Where to?
Check Grand Trad then. But,
Let's go.
I mean, I don't know where he would be. In the engine room corridor on the Gauntlet Runner while on a trip. Okay. But I feel like I've talked to him often when I'm on a trip. And he just hasn't said and done anything.
Luis is the only
Alright,
one
anyway.
left.
All right.
Right, if I want to start then, that means I should try to do one of the
Where to?
quests.
Let's go.
What could be a not too difficult quest to do?
Preparations are... Now then.
Nice little village.
Oh, there's something here that we haven't seen. We have something, that's one of the towers.
We'll face danger here.
Ah, I see.
It's another tower.
What a view. Ah. Which one? All right.
Wait, can we not? What's the Edge of Glory, Mount Volcano?
Now then.
Should be enchanting.
I think we have a favor to do there.
Hey, nice.
But if I go,
Yeah, but
it's
your
unpleasant
call.
weather, yeah. I don't know, maybe I just do the Louise thing.
that's...
But if I travel there now, that happens immediately, so I don't get to talk to Basilio. I'm just gonna go there.
It's your call.
Now then.
We'll see the little movie again, and then we'll save right in front of it. We've seen this already today. As cool as the music is, we should skip it.
How disappointing.
The skybound avatar, taking on the face of His Majesty, the royal palace
Still have a
rose
lot
to
of
the
time?
sky
Yeah.
on the day of his own funeral.
But it feels
Is
like
it
if I
still
do
the
this,
palace
I
as
get
it
rid of
once
the dread
was?
weather, probably.
It is impossible to tell.
And since this is not
The
like
gauntlet runner arrives at
point
the
of no
entrance.
return,
At
I will have plenty of time
marking
to go do all the
prince's
other
fateful
quests
return
after I do this.
to the place he was once forced to abandon.
I'm just hoping I'm not too under-geared and stuff to do this. But it could be that it's the type of... I go in and then I don't finish. I haven't done that in a while. Like, take in a dungeon in multiple days
The
by
royal
finding
palace has changed.
Magla Hollows.
Just a shadow of its past.
What is this?
What now?
Poor you, Basilio, solo level. Oh, this is the pro team. Well, that's the thing. I want their bonds to increase so that they can get more higher level when they're not in the active party. Speaking of active party, I mean, it might be time to have them in the active party so that they, well, level up a little bit, I guess. Will, obviously Prince, right? And he has mastered it, so that's good. We need to decide what to have, like... I think he's mostly going to be just, like, attacking with stuff. It could be good to have some... either some passives, or, like... some element. Just to hit weaknesses, but for now I'm fine. And then yeah, so let's. Is it Warlord? It is Warlord. Yeah. Then honestly, arguably, I kind of want Stroll to be general, so that we can start getting him towards Warlord, or I just have him as Samurai and just spend the Hero's Lethal Light that he gets. Hulkenberg obviously working on Dark Knight. I have her as Dark Knight right now, and honestly, I'm already at 9. The main thing is just eventually gonna have to get Elemental Master as well. Still not gonna Heisman yet. He apparently does need Tycoon though. Interesting. He has never been merchant even. And then he's going to need something else. I'm assuming he's going to need this, but I'm not sure. Because he needed, I think, sniper for one of these. Juna's also going to need something, almost certainly like super dancer. And then something. We need to start unlocking more stuff, quite frankly. Basilio Bond 8. Yeah, by the way. I think someone is going to have to start unlocking this as well. So we need to find Katharina. Well, that's something I'll have to figure out as we go. I'm going to go ahead and save the game now.
What now?
$64.50. Almost 65 hours on this, and we still have a while to go. We might need to wait until New Game Plus to get all of the game. Yes, I expect that's to be the case. That I might not be able to get all of them on every character until New Game Plus. But it feels like we have sort of hit endgame now. This feels like one of the big endgame dungeons, but the true endgame dungeon isn't going to happen until Day of the Hero. That's my guess right now. So I'm going to do this now because I feel like if I do this, I get rid of all the weather. But it's possible this place is too tough. If so, I'll go in, fight as much as I can, and then I'll leave. And do some other stuff and then come back later, basically, after I find a Magla Hollow or something. For one thing, I want to buy some gear, you know. But that's something I'll figure out as we go. We're gonna have to call it there. Thanks, friends, for watching. Thank you for gift subs, etc. Hope you've enjoyed the year. Hope you've enjoyed the game. I might actually stream tomorrow because I think I have the time. So maybe New Year's stream tomorrow. And then I'll see you when I see you. Either way. Peace, friends. Have a good time. Make sure you're followed/notified. Join the community Discord if you want an @ when I go live. If you want to support me with money, all the details are below. Thank you, friends. See you next time. Goodbye.